My dreamy old husband. Chapter 4 Expelled. There were quite a lot of Sophia's old classmates sitting in the hall, and they were all surprised to see her. Isn't he this Sophia, who was expelled from school because of her bad reputation after getting pregnant? Sophia didn't seem to have registered their shocked faces and just started giving her speech. Good morning. I am Sophia Edwards, first-year student of business management and economics major. Kayla's eyes widened. The Sophia from her memory was dark and ugly, yet the girl on stage was tall, fair, and was wearing the newest design of the limited edition diamond-studded crop top that was recently showcased at Paris Fashion Week. Her skin was as smooth as silk, and she looked stunning with just light makeup on. How did she get into Bayside University? Kayla gnashed her teeth. Sophia was an orphan, and their high school nurtured her to be a prospective student of Bayside University. They gave her full scholarship and even provided her free food and accommodation. She had nowhere to go after being expelled and had a bad reputation. Kayla thought no school wanted her, not to mention Bayside University. Kayla couldn't believe it. She took the list of the freshers out and found Sophia's introduction. Sophia Edwards. Female. 19. Graduated from South Bayside High School. Scored 725 marks in her college entrance exam, and is currently studying in Bayside University's School of Economics and Business Administration's economics major. South Bayside High School. The best high school in Bayside City. Richard was stunned when he saw that tall, beautiful figure. His eyes lit up, and he couldn't react for a while. Is that really Sophia? Why does she look so different from what I remembered? Xylla panicked a little when she saw his expression. She quickly held Richard's arm and said coquettishly, Sophia had other boyfriends when she was dating Richard. Her other boyfriends might have sponsored her. Xylla's words sounded innocent, but it was poking Richard's heart, reminding him that Sophia was the one who betrayed him first. She was a dirty woman. Richard's gaze turned cold. Xylla sighed in relief. She was afraid that he still had feelings for Sophia. Richard, don't be mad. Sophia was young and was fooled. Now that she got into Bayside University, we can hang out together again. She comforted Richard hypocritically. Richard was disgusted by her words. He wasn't as innocent as Xylla and couldn't forget about it. Betrayal was betrayal. After all, Sophia was still speaking on stage as a student representative. She was calm, confident, and spoke clearly. She looked like a top student. The vice-chancellor kept nodding and clapping. However, being a popular girl in high school, everyone in Riverdale High School knew her. Her appearance was a great shock to her previous schoolmates, and everyone was gossiping about her. Soon, the scandal about Sophia's high school pregnancy was spread among the freshmen. What? Sophia was expelled from high school because she got pregnant, and she didn't even know who the dad was. I knew she was messed up from the way she looks and dresses, but I didn't expect this. TSK. Let us ask for her price later. She is my cup of tea. I have the video of her being expelled. She was even begging the principal shamelessly to take her before the gate. TSK. Small groups of gossiping soon turned into a huge scale of discussion. Bayside University was always strict about students' private life. Students would either be deducted marks or expelled if they were found to be messing around. So it was rare for Bayside University to have such scandals. Now that one came up, it instantly caught everyone's attention. By the time Sophia was done speaking, the gossips were already louder than the clappings. It caught the vice-chancellor's attention. The vice-chancellor was the person with the highest authority attending today, and he had the power to speak. He glared at those who were gossiping and scolded. What's so interesting? Why don't you go on stage and share with us? The vice-chancellor had a strong background and was strict. The gossip stopped after he spoke. But some fearless students kept on gossiping. Kayla, who hated Sophia, stood up and shouted loudly on purpose. Vice-Chancellor, I would like to make a report. Sophia's private life is extremely messed up. She dated several men at the same time back in high school, got pregnant, and even aborted the baby. It brought shame on the high school, and she was expelled in the end after parents and students insisted. How can people like her attend Bayside University? It's a great humiliation for our university, and I refuse to have her as my schoolmate. Meanwhile, Richard, Sophia's ex, made no comments. The hall was quiet, and Kayla's voice was clearly heard by people around her. Those who couldn't hear her soon heard it from people around too. Is that true? The Vice-Chancellor frowned and asked doubtingly. Kayla nodded her head continuously. If you don't believe me, you can ask any student from Riverdale High School. Everyone knew about it. If you still don't believe it, you can try searching the keywords Sophia Edwards from Riverdale High School online. There were multiple news reports about it. Someone searched and soon found lots of information, such as the nerd was actually a slut, student got pregnant and didn't know who the father was, and more. Many media reported about it, and it caused a wave. They could find millions of results online. There were even clear photos and videos of Sophia. None of them cared to blur out her face. The girl in the video was kneeling before the school gate, and her luggage was thrown on the floor. She kept begging the principal, kowtowing again and again until her forehead was bleeding. I am not pregnant. And I don't have a promiscuous lifestyle. You have to trust me. Please, don't chase me away. I can guarantee you that I can get into Bayside University, and I can offer free tuition lessons to other students. I can also work part-time to pay the tuition fee. I can do anything. Please don't expel me. I can give up anything. I just want you to keep my student profile and allow me to take the college entrance exam. Please, I am begging you. A group of parents, who were dressed up, stood before the gate and was a great contrast compared to the girl. They kept scolding the poor girl. I don't want my son to be schoolmates with a girl like her. You have to expel her, or I'll transfer my son to another school. You have to expel her. She is a vixen. What if she seduces my son? The girl in the video was as pitiful as a stray dog. Her dirty face was covered with blood and tears. But the current Sophia before their eyes was completely different. She was so confident that she was glowing. The students kept pointing at her as they gossiped. Kayla raised her voice. Vice-Chancellor, did you see that? Sophia is just a slut. If you let her stay in this university, Bayside University's name will be ruined by her. The Vice-Chancellor looked at Sophia seriously. His expression was solemn. Bayside University was once involved in a scandal. A female student gave up on herself and chose to serve men in a nightclub. She even used her identity as a Bayside University's student to increase her price. And it had caused a great blow to the university's reputation. The chancellor was so mad that he almost exploded. If the rumors were true, Sophia could be the next person that would sell her body with a high price while using her identity as a Bayside University student. Everyone's gaze turned to Sophia instantly. Welcome to download Bravonovel app to read more chapters of my Dreamy Old Husband novel online.